Hey guys, this is Foggy Gage. I wanted to share this gem of a book with you guys. But first, a bit of background. This guy, I think his name's Anderson something. He was stationed in Iraq as an army medic in the late, or rather the beginning of the 1920s. He was also the king's doctor, the King Faisal doctor, the king of Iraq. What he did was he opened the Royal College of Medicine in Baghdad. The university is no longer called the Royal College of Medicine of Baghdad. It's just the University of Medicine in Baghdad nowadays, because they changed the name, I think, after the revolution, was when Iraq became a republic, and it didn't remain as a kingdom. Anyways, I found these books and a couple of other books as well, but I just wanted to share these first with you guys and see what you think about them. Both of these books, they were salvaged or rather rescued from homes after the war. I know this guy, he sells books like new and old. He does book rescue. He does a lot of great stuff with books. He has a huge collection of antique and very nice books. This is a class book of botany by Duta. The book is not in a great condition, but it's very well preserved for its age, as you can see. The standard is, when you're handling old books, dry, clean hands rather than gloves, because you don't feel the page as you flip them. Maybe you will tear some pages if you have a glove on, especially if it's a thick glove. So let's get into it. I don't know what's happening with these books, with these pages, sorry. It's missing half. Maybe it was dedicated to somebody, maybe it had a memory written on it. But fortunately, this is the name. I can't read that name, it's a bit foreign for me, the name. Royal College of Medicine, Baghdad. I think what this is, this 500, this might be 500 Phyllis. The price of books back then, I think it is, because a lot of them had ID written next to the numbers, and most of the pricing is in this range, ID being Iraqi dinar. This is nothing, it just says Abd, means worshipper or slave. Maybe the guy's name was Abdullah, I don't know, but they didn't complete the name. So as you can see, there's a bit of tearing here, and it's just because of the nature of the paper. It's very old and has become crumbly, but it's not a big issue. I can just put a bit of Elmer's glue or just some type of glue and can fix this. Let me rest the other page on this book. This is another book that I will be showing you next. Oh, it's too big. Wait. These are other books, maybe for another episode or another video. So this is class book of botany for intermediate and medical students. AC Data, gold medalist. So this is the 1933 copy, I think, second edition, revised and enlarged. The first edition being the Kamala Book Depot, Calcutta, 1929. This is the second edition, 1933. Printed in India. By the way, most of the book of that era, most of the books in that era that I have found, They're mostly printed in India. Maybe you can share your ideas in the comments. Why is that? Maybe printing was cheaper in India. At the Wesley Press and Publishing House, Mysore City. I'm butchering that name, I know. Preface to the second edition. I'm sorry if my hands are shaky. I'm not using a proper stand. So this is the book. Philotaxy. It's a beautiful book. Taps of the Thalamus. Flower of Caparis. The rose in section. This looks like a lotus pot, doesn't it? Plastide. It's a very nice book, very well preserved, except for the cover. I think the problem with this book was not a lot of people buy like English scientific books where I live. I think what happened was this one stayed in the bookshelves for a long time, but it being somewhat of a very specialized book, not a lot of people took it out and looked at it. They just read the title and said, "Nah, this is not for me." So, but this is why the interior is so good, but the cover is gone bad. Next, college zoology. Come on, I mean, college is a zoo. Let me look at this side. When I saw this book, it had a huge stack of other books that was stacked on top of this. And what happened, it had a very slight sliding motion like this, and it was pressed because it had so much weight on it. I think it caused this ridge to form. Hegner and Steels. I don't know how to read that name, I'm sorry. 6th edition. This is the Macmillan printing house, I think. Macmillan is very famous. I didn't know they go back so much. I used to read short stories when I was a kid, and they were printed by Macmillan. The cover on this one is like a denim jeans type of fabric. I think it's a very, very fine, very thin piece of fabric that is stretched over some type of cardboard, if you can hear the sound. Coincidentally, this also happens to be the property of the same person. I don't know how to read that name. First year in the Royal College of Medicine, Baghdad. This is, I think it says 14th or 17th January 1952. And we have a little signature. So this was what I was talking about. 2.700 Iraqi dinar. So 2 dinar, 700 filas, Iraqi dinar. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Nobody knows. This is like 80 something years ago, 90. This one is in a very good condition. as like being from the 1950s. It's almost 100 years old. I mean, come on, glossy paper. Sorry guys, I'm holding the camera in one hand and I'm flipping the pages in another hand with another hand. The Macmillan Company of Canada Limited, Toronto. Toronto. Very nice illustration. Differences in colors and patterns between young and adults. These being the young and the adult. Oh, look, a boar. Is it called a boar or a pig? I know these are piglets, but I think when it has tusks, it's called boar. Correct me in the comments. So something about me, I'm a pharmacist by degree, but I have a really huge passion for old books, especially scientific books. Any book that has a lot of illustrations, basically. These are a bit outdated, I think. Not much has changed. I don't think much has changed. So these books still can be useful for like an elementary type of studies, first years of college, but this is why I bought these off. Nowadays not many people appreciate these books. If they were modern, and the guy that I spoke about, told you guys about, who does book rescue, he had a lot of new and updated books, versions of these books, let's say. I didn't buy those because I said let some other people buy it, and it might be useful for somebody else. But these books, nobody buys them, so and I thought to myself, it would be a waste. Amazing. Embryology, I think this is an embryo, an egg. What do they call it? Lizards. I hate lizards. Oh, flamingos. Falcons, eagles, woodpeckers. I think this one is a peacock. F, let's find F. Pelican. California brown pelican. Oh, I'd love to visit California someday to see those pelicans. كرسي ممتاز 70 حفتافلس مع الطابع. It says premium chairs, or rather a premium chair, 70 fils with, I don't know طابع. What does طابع mean? I don't know. I'm not Arab, so I don't know a lot of Arabic, sorry. بعد انتهاء الحفلة تعد باطلة. Oh, so this basically is a ticket. If this focus, this is a ticket. It says cinema here. It says this ticket is invalid after the party is over. Oh, you don't say, Sherlock. Who would reuse a ticket? But I mean, look at this guy or girl or any gender that this person is. Look at him. This fella just wrote scientific things on a movie ticket. How dedicated you have to be. This is a really nice piece of history right here. Let me read the text in green for you. It's not showing very well in the camera. I'll read it off camera. It says أمانة العاصمة Asima means basically capital. Amana means it the root of the word, it comes from aman, which is safety. I don't know, safety of the capital or something else. Importance. Let's see what this person describes as important. Enzymes are complex substances produced by living cells. Their characteristics are as follows. They are catalysts, that is, they bring about or hasten chemical changes in other substances without undergoing significant change in the process. I swear to God, whatever is holy to you, this definition was the very first definition of an enzyme I have ever read in my life, back when I was a high school student. It's word for word. I have a really good memory. I'm not trying to boast or anything. I have a really good memory. This is the definition that I memorized when I was a kid, a high school student rather. It's safe to say my teacher's teacher's teacher or their teacher was studying on this book or something similar. Vitamins. Estrogens. A photograph to show variation in growth. Oh, sorry guys, this video is pretty long. I'll be back with another set of books, maybe in the near future, couple of days, I think. Oh, sorry, my hands were very wet.